Hey chat, welcome. We're here again in another afternoon, another sunny afternoon. I hope everyone's doing well out there. Yeah, we're doing another early stream today. I did an early stream yesterday, had some fun, and today I also have to do early stream. Vinny, you're starving us of Delta tomorrow. Definitely. So, a decent sized Delta tomorrow. I wanted to save Delta for evening. Yeah. Delta root. Hi everyone, welcome to the stream. Today we're going to do a very interesting looking Zelda ROM hack that I'd never seen anything quite like this for Zelda, and it shouldn't be that long. And then we'll play RimWorld. Once again, I'm leaving around the same time today. And I appreciate everyone's patience. I know the early streams are tough for some people to watch because, you know, work or school or whatever. But for those in Europe, hello. So, yes, I saw Oasis last night, and I will say that it was phenomenal. Well, anyway, here's Wonderwall. Now listen, chat. I'm sorry about the Wonderwall. I filmed other stuff. But, you know, I gotta at least film fucking Wonderwall. God, my phone camera... I need to figure out this audio shit. There's an option I have to check, because it's like too three-dimensional to the point where it sucks. More like Blunderwall. Got him. Kids these days filming, always filming, no enjoying the moment. I know. Actually, here. I don't know. I filmed a total of about 60 seconds. I did not live in the moment. Now, believe it or not, Liam's voice is way, way better than it ever was. Vinny, why is your music at jump scare volume? When you drag a video file into XSplit, it starts at 100%. If there's a way to change that option, I would change it. There might be a way to do it. But, I mean, the thing is, in OBS, I wouldn't even be able to hear the goddamn thing. Audio. Is there a way to change that? I don't see anything. You could change broadcast software. Very funny. I could do that, but yeah, OBS I have my issues with too, aside from the audio issue I had. When you, like, drag video files into it, it doesn't play the audio, so I have to, like, fiddle with it. It sucks. There's a lot of benefits to OBS, and there's a lot of downsides to OBS, in my opinion. But anyway... we do this every time. Oasis was good. I have a couple thoughts. One, it almost feels like Oasis was a semi-embarrassing band to say you liked for a while, at least in the States. And, well, maybe that is still true, I'm not sure. They're fucking massive overseas, but never really so big in America. They had some, like, big hits, but they didn't have the same cultural relevance. They were arrogant, annoying, they fought all the time, and now that they're, like, playing again, I think genuinely they became the band they said they were. They played to something like, what was it, like 45,000 or 50,000 people last night in America. People were singing. People were into it. People were jumping around. It was actually crazy. I feel like the appetite for the band definitely increased since they broke up. Noel and Liam hugged, and they were getting along great. There was no punching, there was no fighting, there was no spitting. They seem to be getting along really well. I feel like they're both older. They know that they don't really have, you know, how many more years do you really have to play music like that? I mean, if you're the Rolling Stones, just play it as long as you want, but they, you know, they're doing a good job. They sounded great. Liam has, I think, taken like vocal lessons since he stopped drinking and doing the drug. His voice is actually a lot better. He hits most of the high notes. Noel was great. The set list was, I think it's been the same the entire tour so far, and it's really just all the solid fucking hits that they know work from the first 3 albums and the Master Plan, which is their B-side album. Really good acoustic set from Noel. And then, of course, you get Don't Look Back in Anger. You get Wonderwall. You get, at the very end there, you get fucking Champagne Supernova. It's crazy how many hits they have. It's actually insane how singable. Like, talk about catchy melodies and just very, very singable choruses. That is the band for it. So, yeah, I mean, Lars Ulrich from Metallica was there. He just was there. I didn't see him, but I heard he was there. Oasis or Blur. I like both. Catchy tunes. Yeah, it was just a good time. And listen, if they claim to be a big band or the biggest band in the world back in the 90s, I think now they kind of are getting there because the appetite for their shows has been good. They're earning it. They sound good. Everyone on stage played really well. I wasn't crazy about their drummer, Joey Warinker. I think he was okay. They've had better drummers. And I felt like some tempo stuff, but that's only stuff maybe, you know, most people wouldn't give a shit. I just felt a couple weird moments in some songs, and he's not as good as Alan White, but still good. Noel was fantastic. Liam's voice was mind-blowing for how old he is. Well, he's like 51 or 2, but yeah, I just had a great time, chat. It was really cool. I had a really nice time. First time seeing them, and I may never see them again. They're not one of my favorite bands of all time, but I'm actually shocked at how much I knew. When I was listening to this show, I was like, oh, I know that one, I know that one, I know that one. There wasn't a single song I didn't know, so I guess I really liked them. I knew. Great time. And it's nice that the brothers are getting along. I want to show you this horrible video.
Thanks for your music, Mr. Gallagher. Look at the sky. There's a champagne supernova in the sky.
Champagne supernova in the sky.
Look at that. No, it's gorgeous up there. How you doing, sir? It's great to meet you, man. Yeah.
This is awful.
If you need to stand in sometime, I could sing pretty well, but I enjoy your solo work. It's phenomenal. Yeah. Someday you will find me caught beneath the landslide.
Oh my god. Sorry, I have to pause it. Oh god.
Hey man, thanks for your work. What are you thankful for this year?
Thankful for?
What are you thankful for? We have Thanksgiving tomorrow.
Meeting new friends.
Hey, it's good to meet you. I'm a new friend of mine. Take care, sir. Thanks for your music. Meeting new friends. We have a champagne supernova in the sky.
It's interesting seeing the reactions from chat. One person said, okay, that was fucking adorable, and another person said, seize that cameraman at once. You know, don't do that. I don't think anyone should be doing that. But, oh man. You know, he was very diplomatic about it. He was very nice about it, Noel, that is. And this guy's like, someday you will find me caught beneath a landslide. Hey, no, can I sing in your band? Please. The artists probably get that at least once a week. Cameraman trying to get rage clicks. I mean, to me, it's like probably an 80% chance that was a rage click, and then 20% chance the guy is Kermit. But I really feel like, when you have someone that famous, not for everybody, but for some people, I'm sure he gets it a lot. I'm sure that's something that he's used to. Even at my 1%, 0.1% version of that, sometimes people actually sing Vomit in the Ball Pit when they see me at conventions. And it's kind of funny. It doesn't bother me. It's fine. If I was on the street and someone said, "Hey, Vinny, look, there's a vomit in the ball pit in the sky," I'd probably just laugh and keep moving. There was actually one when I was at the anime convention a couple weeks ago. There was someone who recognized me, and she was very nice, and I guess she was with like a couple people, and she was like, "Oh my god, Vinny Vinesauce!" And I'm like, "Thank you, yes, thank you." She's like, "Can I take a picture?" I said, "Yes." So we take a picture. She goes, "Vinny Vinesauce!" And she just kept, I'm like, "Okay, got it. Thank you, got it." And just kept doing it loud, and people started looking. No one fucking knows who Vinny Vinesauce is. That name means nothing to most people, especially at an anime convention. But I just had to. I made the symbol to lower the volume with my hand, and I said, "Thank you, lower the volume," and then I just kind of started, like, walking away. It was, man. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, they were Albert Einstein. That was them. That was them. Pretty funny. So yeah, anyway, that's really it. I don't really have anything else to say right now, so why don't we play a game? Vinny, we're close to Beetlejuice Rusty Cock Day. Any plans for the occasion? I've exhausted any and all Beetlejuice-related gaming. I don't know what to do for Beetlejuice Rusty Cock Day. I'm sorry, chat member. I'm sorry. Vinny, I wouldn't even think you're the real Vinny if I saw you in public. Well, consider this. Here, I'll say one more thing about it. It's very important. There are times people say, "Vinny, I didn't expect to see you here." And it's like a video game convention in New York. And I'm like, this is, of course I'll be here. Now, if you saw me in, like, Germany, that's not me. If you saw me in Kalamazoo, that's not me. If you saw me in England, that might be British Vinny, oi. But it's probably not me. So, I mean, it just depends on where you are. I think, in my experience, my limited experience with being recognized, it doesn't usually go like it did for Noel, where people sing songs at me. It doesn't usually get weird. People are usually, I've had, and again, it's just, I get to live my life like normal most occasions. But once in a while, when I go to a convention, it can get a little bit, like, overwhelming. But if it's just at a random place, most people are chill. However, I do sometimes get weird stares. And I've kind of recognized the look where someone thinks they might think they know it's me, but they don't want to say anything. But then they kind of hover and just stare. That's worse. Just say hello. Yeah, I don't mind if people just say hello. Because sometimes when people are doing that, I'm like, hello. Or I'm just like, yeah, it's me. Or sometimes I say, I'm not him, I just look like him. And hopefully they figure out that I'm in fact an imposter. So. It's probably that plus anxiety. Oh, I get it. I totally get it. There were people, of course, at like conventions or otherwise, like I've recognized, and I'm like, ah, man, I want to say hi, but the dude from Devo, one of the dudes, Jerry, I think, was it Jerry? I don't know. One of the dudes from Devo, it wasn't Mark Mothersbaugh. When at the concert, he was just there, and he had like 2 people around him. It wasn't much, and I was like, that's Devo, man. And I really wanted to say hello and have him sign my dumb hat, but I didn't do it. I didn't do it because I was like a little anxious and I didn't want to bother the guy. But, you know, he could have snuck out the back and got in a car and left. He was probably there to meet a couple people and say hi. You know? So, it's weird. Who knows what that is? And after someone's like busy doing something, maybe you don't want to bother them. But also, if like a celebrity, a real celebrity, not a Vinny, is with their family or something, I mean, you know, it's probably not a great idea to go up to the mother at dinner, you know, and like, hey, Mr. Gallagher, can I get a selfie? There's a champagne supernova in my glass. Would you like one? That seems like a bad idea. So. All right, chat. Well, thank you for listening to this. You know, long story short, I had a great time at Oasis. I'm glad they're back. That was a really nice thing I got to experience. It was a cool evening. The weather was perfect. Totally fucking crazy. I ended up leaving 70% through Champagne Supernova so I could beat the traffic because 50,000 people trying to leave a venue at once. No fucking thanks. And I got there a little late too. So, I mean, it was just a big crazy thing. And I'll say one other thing. Cage the Elephant was an opener. Was the second opener. Cage the Elephant was awesome. If you know that band, really cool. Really, really good band. They killed. I know that was more of an American thing because they had Richard Ashcroft in England, who was in the Verve, Bittersweet Symphony. You might know it, but if you don't, he was good. I watched some videos. Cage the Elephant was probably their U.S. opener. That was like, how do we appeal to the Yanks? They were fucking phenomenal. They played like 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and it was just hit after hit. I didn't know some of the songs. I didn't know half the songs, and they won me over. I was like, this is a good band. They've got it. They're the real deal. So really cool. All right. Thanks for letting me gloat a little bit, chat. Let's play a game. Goodness gracious.